Morning. It's cold today in my closet, so it must be really cold outside. Lots of you are very intrigued about me sitting in my closet. They've never, even those of you who have known me for quite a while, have never known that I sit in my closet. It's a big closet, so it's kind of messy. Usually I have catty friends in here with me. That's the rattling and the scratching that you sometimes hear in the background when I'm talking. But this morning I'm by myself. I was going to ask you today, how does God talk to you? How does God communicate to you? And then I thought, well, maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe that question would really throw you all off, or some of you. Oh, Cashew's here now, so get ready. I was raised Baptist. So the easiest difference is that Baptists, instead of baptizing infants, they dedicate infants. And the parents promise to bring those children up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Honest. And then at some point in your spiritual journey, you make a personal decision to be baptized. And that can happen at any time. Adult, teenager, even child. But it's a serious undertaking, and you have to talk with your pastor and the deacons and things like that. And it's a personal decision a person makes to ask Jesus to come into their heart, the Holy Spirit, and let that holy presence guide you for the rest of your life. I kind of like the way the Baptists do it because there's more of there's more of a personal decision or choice that you have to make to do that. Now, the way the Reformed do it, it's also the way the Catholics do it. I'm being very general here, so I'm sure you can pick out things. They baptize as infants, and the parents make very similar promises, as does the congregation, to bring the child up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. And then at a formal time, usually early teens, high school, they have something called a confirmation, which is kind of like the formal decision that, yes, I'm going to buy into all this, and this is going to be the direction of my life. So, whether you did it one way or another, there is a point in your life where you kind of step over that line and you say, okay, this life is not my own, and I am going to let Jesus steer the car. I like to say silly things like, I'm in the passenger seat, but Jesus is driving the car. I make the requests, and I question the things that I want, and I pray about things, but I let the Holy Spirit within me guide me. So if you've reached that point, then my question, how does the Holy Spirit, how does God communicate with you, would be a good question. But maybe you haven't reached that point. Maybe this is something you need to think about. So I'll talk about how Holy Spirit, how God communicates with you at a different time. I want to read something to you. This is from a book by A.W. Tozer, and he was a prolific writer about gaudy stuff. But he wrote this beautiful thing about the presence of the Holy Spirit that I wanted to share with you. There is an unseen deity present, a knowing, feeling personality, and this deity is indivisible from God the Creator and God the Son, so that if you were suddenly transferred to heaven itself, you wouldn't be any closer to God than you are right now, for God is already here. Think about that. There's an unseen deity present right now, I believe internally in me, guiding me, but present here in this world, an unseen deity that if we were transferred to heaven right now, we wouldn't be any closer to God. That might sound really off the wall to some of you, but I believe that's my superpower. Do you have that superpower? Think about it. Do you want that superpower? It really is pretty cool. Next time we talk, I'll share with you some of the ways that God communicates with me. And you'll laugh at some of the techniques. But, God has to work with what God's dealing with, which is me. Stay warm. Oh, there's the sun. Stay warm. Stay peaceful. Stay focused. And think about it today. Do you have that superpower already in you? Would you like to have it? And if you do, how is it communicating to you?